So we had us a moment there.
Whoops.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for donating, Mikey Silverlance.
Thank you donating, Mikey Silverlance. Although Heather was the one who made us aware of it, we thank you though.
Good job, Heather.
Thank you, Heather. So what we've got here is we've got more Nostalgia Critic, and we figured we would do a little bit of a Nostalgia-ween because hey, it is October after all, and what says October other than Nostalgia-ween or Halloween or Devil's Night or whatever the hell people call it out there?
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
The holiday that doesn't matter pretty much anywhere but America. For some reason.
Or, that thing that they ignore and immediately put up Christmas decorations.
Yep. Thanks, Michaels.
Well, here's one thing for you. I'll say this much. I think a lot of other countries are probably jealous that we have that we celebrate Halloween as hard as we do.
Yeah, it's a nice holiday where you don't have to deal with your shitty relatives if you have shitty relatives. Like, that's just a fun holiday for you to hang out with your friends and no obligations to hang out with people that you are technically supposed to like but don't.
Fair enough.
Not my problem. I like my family. But
I do too. I like my family.
Some people don't, and that's okay.
I like my family too, but I have my issues with them sometimes.
Yep.
But overall, I like Halloween. Like we had actually, I remember for a while we actually had like Halloween dinners. Mm-hmm. Like the kids would come over dressed up in their garbs. Yeah. And then everyone would like gather around and we'd carpool out to do trick or treating and shit like that.
That sounds cool.
No, it's fun.
I wasn't friends with anybody, so I would
well, no, it wasn't friends. It was mostly family members. Like it was my cousin.
So it was definitely not friends.
No.
Well, I'm friends with my cousins. I mean, I like my cousins.
I like my cousins
one
too.
One or two of them are assholes. One or two of them are assholes, but hey, that's a story for another time. The story that we have now is the Nostalgia Critic, Nostalgia-ween, Children of the Corn. So who has fond memories of this movie?
I mean, does anybody have fond memories of this movie?
That's why I use quotations.
Does anybody have fond memories of a Stephen King movie?
It was good.
Do you have something to say over there?
No.
Okay.
What?
I wasn't sure. You started making an emotional.
I've had some good Stephen King movies. I mean, Shawshank Redemption is probably the best movie adaptation.
Yeah. Shawshank and Green Mile are in that sort of odd category where it's like...
Technically, yes, they're
Misery.
They're... Okay.
Do you have fond memories of Misery?
Yes. Kathy Bates was fucking nuts.
I mean, yeah, that was the point.
I mean...
she was a great villainess.
Yeah.
Also,
go ahead.
There was The Mist was pretty damn good and had an ending that Stephen King himself said, I wish I'd have thought of that.
Yeah, that was pretty dark.
Yeah, and then and now the new iteration of It, which
is also apparently very good.
I've got to say I've seen it and I liked it.
See that.
Doug Walker and Rob went and watched it. They said they didn't like it. And
really?
No, and that's their opinion. I mean, to them they felt the movie was they didn't know what kind of feel they were going for, and I'm like,
gotcha.
That's kind of a Stephen King though. Stephen King.
It's a very Stephen King
can't.
Type of thing,
I mean, you don't have a feel in a Stephen King book.
Yeah,
it goes everywhere.
It's supposed to be a coming of age, and then it's not.
Yeah.
And then it's
about 600 pages longer than it should be.
Put up.
So what you're saying is it's a coming of age story that gets real old real fast.
Yeah. So, all right, Children of the Corn.
Timing joke.
Nice.
Children of the Corn, yet another Stephen King classic. I'd lump in with his bad ones rather than his good ones. His list of bad ones his list of bad works are far outweigh that of his good works.
Well, when you're that prolific,
yeah, you just kind of have to lump it in.
So much cocaine.
Yeah,
he does a lot of cocaine.
Not anymore.
I don't know that he does anymore. Yeah. But,
I mean, the 80s are over, so.
But here's the thing.
90s.
Like,
he did coke in the 90s, too.
When you put out that much material, it's
bound
not
to be
all
shitty.
going to be good.
Yeah.
No. But there are some gems, but unfortunately this is not one of them. This is Children of the Corn by the Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, God.
Oh, I remember this.
Shadowy Letter School. That's good.
Ripping off R.L. Stein.
Yes.
Turning the smile upside down.
Yeah. So I'm now nostalgically profitable. Wait.
Friggin' ripping off Goosebumps, and I love it. Damn it.
Tuh. Ah.
Bullshit.
Hello,
Oh.
I'm the nostalgia critic guy. Remember?
Oh,
you
that
don't
jacket.
have to. It's Halloween. Time to look at another memorable movie and go, ooh, that didn't age well. It's Stephen King time!
That unnatural neck.
As usual, I have to start out praising this guy before I piss on this guy. Because the dude does have mad talent and has written a lot of awesome stories. But whether they don't translate well to film or they just pick the worst ones to adapt, his movies and mini-series rarely show the strength of his abilities, often resulting in hilarious results.
Scaring the little girl?
And
Thanks,
to
Tim
start off
Curry.
this review, how about a dramatic reenactment of how King chooses what to write about next? Children of the Corn! Based on King's short story, Children of the Corn looks at an already popular scary subject, creepy kids, and for some reason combines them with a yellow vegetable that's about as scary as, well, balloons. Does it pay off? Well, if you like to get paid in maize. It donned tons of sequels, a cult status, and of course, hundreds of people around the world saying, I think there's better King movies that could be made
So
than
you're
this.
saying it didn't...
Or...
See if King can turn shock horror into shuck horror. This is Children of the Corn.
Oh, shucks.
The film opens up 3 years ago with a narration from a kid named Job.
Something about
I was the
stalking?
only kid in church that day. The others were with Isaac out in the cornfield. I didn't get to go because Dad didn't like Isaac. He was pretty smart, my dad.
I was off to my daily beating, I was, on account of my bow tie and that I talk like a complete tool.
But kids start to
Hey, you never
surround
know,
a
some
cafe
kids enjoy
led by
acting
their
like
Amish
that.
mafia leader, Isaac, and get ready to take it down. And with wallpaper like that, do you really blame them?
Why?
Oh,
Come on,
jeez.
this is just a Friday night at Denny's.
I
After
mean,
making a hand sandwich, Job continues
Somebody
to
protect
narrate while
Chico.
seemingly having no emotional reaction, talking about his father being killed right in front of him.
It happened everywhere in Gatlin that day. That's when Sarah started drawing these pictures.
Oh, they also served me my father at the International Hell of Pancakes, but I really want to talk about my sister's drawings.
We then cut to 3 years later, where a
scared.
just graduated doctor wakes up in a hotel.
Peter Horton, everybody.
You okay, bud? Yeah, you're okay.
Well, gee, with the lack of detail they're showing in this scene, I'm just positive something terrible is about to happen.
And pre-Terminator Linda Hamilton.
fake-out music didn't wake you. This is Bert, played by Peter Horton, and Vicky, played by Linda Hamilton at, what do you think, 1, 3,
I got a couple things you could like.
2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Live happily ever after.
Is that a proposal?
No.
They're heading towards an internship while mockingly making fun of preachers on the radio. I guess that's a thing.
There's no room for the fornicator.
Amen. Peanut butter and white bread.
No room for people who watch public television.
No room for commitment.
Amen.
While driving through Florida, I did come
As
across
someone
some
who likes to make fun of religious
evangelical
practice, I hate that
radio
you won't commit to
stations.
that religious practice.
Mumble, mumble, fire, mumble,
And
mumble,
of course,
fire.
the internship is just near our town of tiny, pointless narrators.
We weren't the only ones who thought Isaac was weird.
Slaughtering a village falls into the weird category?
How about we weren't the only ones who thought Isaac was a buzzkill? In that he'd kill you with a buzzsaw if he didn't like the way you looked?
One kid tries to escape the madness to get help, leaving his 2 friends behind.
Unless you tell anybody I'm gone. If you tell, you're gonna burn on the lake of fire for all eternity.
That kid looks a lot like what's his name
Why do you
from
even have
Ender's
that line?
Game.
It sounds like the lake of fire would be a million times worse.
Yeah, Asa Butterfield. Thank you. He looks a lot like Asa Butterfield.
Stop
Yelling
yelling!
If I
it.
escape, you little dumbasses, I'll be sure to let you keep my head if they remove it from my body. No real surprise, they do end up finding him, but not before, like I said, they try to somehow make corn actually scary.
Dutch angles, close-ups.
They'll fill me with dietary fiber!
So one of the kids finds him and
Malachi.
kills him.
I mean, there's
I
a
can't
kernel of
imagine how
truth
they
to
were
that.
tipped off to that. But luckily, our 2 main characters are there to save the day. Well, that could have gone better.
Oh!
Let me check. Let me check.
Yeah, make sure she's okay before you check on the kid you steamrolled with your car. You're gonna be a great doctor.
That was an animal.
Yeah, an animal. Let's go. He goes to check on the kid, noticing that his throat has been slit.
So I want you to go back to the car and wait for me there, understand? And keep all the doors locked until I get back.
Why? Where are you going?
I'll tell you when
How
I
about
get
you give her the keys and let her drive around instead of making her instead of letting her be a stationary target?
To wait in the car. I don't think your sensitive mind can hear the truth yet. It's like telling The Rock not to look at a paper cutter. He'll pass out. It's just weird. But she eventually can't take it and finds that she has to look at the body herself.
I'm so sorry.
Jazz hands. Oh, Bert, I had the worst jump scare dream. It didn't tie into the story and was completely pointless.
It's okay, we still killed a kid.
Oh, thank God, that calms me down.
So they put the kid in the trunk and drive off because that doesn't seem fucking suspicious. As they try to forget about their kid killing by putting on the radio. That'll work.
JJackalz.
Getting tired of that crap.
I mean, how many King films have religious bashing now? You can make fucking playing cards out of it.
I really think we should open it.
They also decide to open up the kid's briefcase because bad enough they killed him, they might as well rob him too.
Why?
Jesus Christ.
Not my book.
It's like some sort of primitive folk art.
I think it's repulsive.
Sheesh, I've seen more tolerance from Bill Maher on Islam. Did the church sting you as a child or something?
Damn.
Oh,
They surprisingly come across a mechanic who seems to be the only adult left in town. Which is kind of odd. Did they keep him around because he was the only mechanic? Were there really no other adults needed alive for anything else? How about someone who knows the password for the adult sites?
I mean, it's the 80s.
No, I don't need gas.
Ain't got no diesel fuel neither.
Your telephone.
So all the passwords are cocaine.
Telephone, I ain't got no telephone.
We ain't got no kids and we ain't got no corn either. In fact, I'm not even here. Who you talking to? I'm just a scarecrow.
You get on that right fork there, and you'll be in Hemingford in no time.
So what you're saying is,
Take a Korean
at this
barbecue out of
station
his
he got
dog and decide to kill him
gaslighted?
off. Because after 3 years of fixing stuff, never escaping, and telling nobody about the mass slaughter that happened in that neighborhood, it's finally time to kill him because he told 2 people not to go in their neighborhood. They made better choices following the Church of the Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah.
I find that sign shaped the tiniest bit like a cross revolting.
As they continue to get more lost, we see the kids honoring their corn on the cross and listening to sermons by their leader, Isaac. Isaac is the best fucking thing in this movie.
He really
The
is.
Lord did come to me, and he was a shape. It was he who walks behind the rose.
Isaac is the movie Jesus Camp in reverse. He's the Munchkin version of the bad guy from Manos. He's every self-indulgent prophet that fits into most overhead compartments.
Joseph has taken his things and fled this happy place. So take you his life and spill his blood.
And he's also a wanted criminal. Oh, not for mass murder, not for brainwashing all these kids, but because he steals every single scene in this movie.
But let not the flesh pollute the corn.
Who's playing this kid?
I know now why they set this in a cornfield. It's so the rest of the actors can have some scenery to chew on.
Question not my judgment, Malachi.
Outlander.
The giver of his word.
And the interesting thing, this actor was 25 years old when he did this role.
What?
Yep, he has one of those conditions where he looks and sounds 1,000,000 times younger than he really
So
is.
Andy Milonakis
And yet,
syndrome.
even knowing that, he still comes across as a snot-nosed little pissant commanding his legion of good sons and bad seeds. He's just a treasure.
Yeah, I was like, please tell me he's done more work.
So shall be the unbelievers.
No, Isaac, I believe you. I would never doubt your whiny wisdom. Oh, he was pointing at them. But that's how intimidating he is. The one thing I never quite got, though, is how did Isaac convince all these kids to kill the adults? I mean, he has the authority now, but how did he get it from them before? Were kids just watching TV and like...
Yeah! Clumpy the Cowboy will be right back after a message from our favorite sponsor, Isaac.
The blood of the old shall spill. Rise, my children. Kill now! Kill now!
What the hell?
Don't listen to him this week, kids. He's a very naughty boy. I knew we shouldn't have been paid in maize.
That's quality
Peter and Vicky
editing.
show up into town as we partake in a thrilling amount of looking,
Oh god.
and even more looking. Yeah, I began to see why this was originally a short story. They come across some kids, but they disappear pretty fast. So we go back to more looking. The film becomes so bored with the walking doll that this actually counts as a scare. Honey, please, turn your tongue off. They do, however, come across Sarah.
Are your mommy and daddy around?
They're in the cornfield.
What are they doing there?
Fertilizing, mostly. Oh. They try to get more answers out of her, but she just seems too shy to respond. So Peter decides to leave his wife and the little girl behind because, seriously, what's the worst that could happen in this child throat-slitting town?
Things just aren't happening fast enough.
I'm sure we can move past all this tedious looking with even more looking.
I'm gonna go look at the town hall.
Of course, more looking.
This looks like town hall. He sees corn is placed everywhere because, remember,
Nebraska.
corn's scary now.
It's also Nebraska.
And notices some strange rendition
Corn
of their
is
religious
like their national everything.
Must be part of their Jesus Goes to Willy Wonka's factory set. But Vicky gets in trouble when she becomes surrounded by Isaac's second-in-command, Malachi.
Oh, good.
Who are you? Have you heard the good news about the corn?
Sees her. We then see this movie's
She's gonna get
brilliant idea
creamed.
of foreshadowing as he looks at a picture of a dragon burning a woman while Vicky is being attacked. Does that really add anything? I think it's pretty obvious she's in danger by the sharp objects being thrown at her, not an Aragon coloring book. It's like me confirming something I already know. Ow! So it did hurt.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Here's Corny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I really need James Cameron to write for me. They take her away as we see the kids drawing predicted what was going to happen,
The
like she
hills have
predicted
eyes,
everything
but
else
the
that was going to
fields
happen.
have ears?
Why, this looks like a job for Stephen King's favorite trope.
Unexplained psychic child.
Yeah.
So you're psychic, huh? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
How did you get it?
I don't know.
What will you do with it in the future?
I don't know.
If I took it out of the story, will we miss it that much?
Probably not.
Off you go, unexplained psychic child. The less we know about you, the lazier.
They turn Peter's vehicle into a corn on the car, not allowing him to follow Vicky to Isaac. The fact that you want to kill me is fine, but doing it by placing me on a cross-shaped cross is just revolting. But there are burnt kernels among the corn.
You know not the laws. He's the god of blood and sacrifice, not ceremonies.
Down on your knees, heretic.
Shut your mouth, Isaac. You broke Christ one apart from us.
I will not indulge your quarter-life crisis.
Seize him, punish him, cut him down, I command you. I am the word and the giver of his laws.
I am the snapper at bitches.
Do it now, or your punishment shall be 1,000 times 1,000 deaths, each more horrible than the last.
They are tired of your talk, Isaac.
I refuse to believe that. Nobody can ever get tired of Isaac. He who is tired with Isaac is tired with life.
No, you dare not, you blaspheme. He will punish you. The jaws of hell will devour you. All of you.
Just make an Isaac doll. No, you don't have to. I already made a prototype.
I am the word and the giver of his laws. Take you his life and spill his blood.
Look for it in your produce section.
No.
God.
Attention! Your parents are like, you need a balanced breakfast. How about some nice Brussels sprouts? Newsflash! Welcome to the 90s, Dad, where kids rule and we eat what we want. Like sugar-frosted children of the cornflakes.
Good.
Full of extreme radicalness to the max.
Oh, that's most unorthodox.
That's because parents just don't understand.
That's why you must rise up against them and spill
Jesus
their
Critic.
blood for our hot.
It has the awesome taste that no grown-up can see.
So take you his life. Follow these anti-authority bands to your salvation.
While munching on that sweet frosted taste. There's even games on the back, like finding your way through the corn maze. Hey, I can't find my way out.
Because there is no way out. Those who look behind the row shall perish.
Whoa, dude. Let not the flesh pollute the corn.
Indeed, maniac sack. Cast them instead upon your bowl, where high fructose corn syrup awaits them.
To the extreme!
Do it now, or your punishment shall be 1,000 times 1,000 deaths, each one more horrible than the last.
Sugar-frosted children of the cornflakes is part of
That was amazing.
Doug.
I am the word and the giver of his laws.
Rad!
That was quality. Like, Holy crap.
Damn.
I'm impressed.
I think that's my favorite
So
today.
when Peter looks for Vicky,
Rad.
he comes across what I think is Tom Cruise's initiation into Scientology.
Oh.
I thought that involved jumping on couches.
Oh, well, that stopped us.
Your presence does profane this holy place. He will reckon with you.
God, I think we stumbled across the Church of Kim Davis.
So what do you mean, as it is written? What, in this? You rewriting the whole thing, or just the parts that suit your needs?
Yep, definitely the Church of Kim Davis. But Malachi comes to chase him with his army of goonies.
I'm so glad she's not
Oh, no.
Wow, that kid really wanted to make the most of his one scene. I will throw everything into this garbage.
I respect it.
And we find out later on that was actually Bradley Cooper.
Was it?
No.
Why is light pushing the only thing that can defeat them?
He's not allowed to punch kids.
Way of defending yourself. Shit. Malachi smells his Mark Hamill hair, but luckily Job is there to sneak him out and lead him to where Vicky is being held. That and things are not looking so good for Isaac either.
I did as you commanded! I was good!
Why does the sacrifice include turning yourself into Eric Cartman?
I did as you commanded! I did everything you wanted! No!
So Isaac is consumed by...
A shitty CG
Liquid
effect.
Schwartz, which apparently Jiffy pops him into hell.
Yes!
Arrives in time to save Vicky.
Yes.
Probably the fakest fist fight you'll see in a while.
Ooh. This is real bad.
Hey, look out! You almost hit him on that one. Come on, any less real and WWE will be knocking at your door.
Any religion passion is false.
Peter gives a big speech about how the demonic religion is bogus, only to discover that actually it was pretty much all true.
The Brotherhood of the Roaring Belches wants you!
He wants you too, Malachi.
Oh man, that was way off. Well, hell seeing everybody. Gotta go.
So as the demon, devil, non-explainy thing goes after everybody, our heroes get the idea to burn down the field after someone tried to do it before, inspired by a Bible passage.
Nope.
Oh.
Surprisingly, corn is still not scary, guys. This looks more like torture porn for old McDonald.
Torture porn.
Job saves him, but Peter is surprisingly kind of a dick about it.
What are you doing here? Get back to the barn, hurry up. Go on, move.
Excuse me!
See if I save you next time a vegetable goes evil dead on your ass!
So he stops the evil entity from taking that left turn at Albuquerque and lights up the field, destroying the monster.
Oh, hey.
Now let's see. Stephen King's disappointing climaxes have included a giant spider, alien death rays, self-aware trucks, and chomping Bigfoot testicles. How can we possibly get lamer than that?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright.
With Casper the Friendly Explosion. I am not even kidding. That is what you were supposed to be afraid of the entire time. That is a whole new level of not giving a fuck. I guess it's supposed to be open to interpretation about what it exactly is.
I think it's
but
just
the only thing I'm interpreting is
confusing.
what it looks like more. Jabba the Hutt's exploding fetus, a pumpkin ice cream achieving orgasm, or the
Listen.
annoying orange if he was crying cauliflower.
Oh.
That's the sign, guys. This is a scene that really fucking needs it. Wow. So after our anti-religious heroes find out not only demons are real, but the Bible saved the day, they walk back with the reassured confidence that evil spiritual identities can just be blown up with a few tanks of gas.
Oh, God.
Oh, look at those cute giggling kids. It's almost like they didn't witness any of the extreme horrors that would freak
Do they still have the dead body in their trunk?
We didn't even
No.
cry when our parents were slaughtered. We're kind of as soulless as the corn
That's
you're
gonna be pretty
walking
nasty.
This movie, however, has one last scare up their sleeves. But obviously they didn't bring it out because that was a ridiculous lame-ass joke. It's actually so lame that the movie just kind of gives up on it. Yeah, that's really how it
The
ends.
end.
No music, no scary build-up. It's like even they knew how stupid this was and just wanted out as quickly as possible.
Fuck it. We're done, folks. We didn't want to put that ending in, but the studio made us. Boo, I guess.
And that
Who
was
earns?
the awkwardly ending, awkwardly beginning, awkwardly Stephen King. The movie doesn't really bring much new to the scary kid idea, and what it does bring is either too slow-moving or doesn't make any sense. The only scares it focuses on is that of violence, which is a shame because you can really do a lot with scary kids in movies, as other films have shown both visually and psychologically. But nope, these kids just stab stuff and quote scripture. That's it. If you don't find that especially creepy, then you're not gonna find this especially creepy. But, to be fair, the best thing about the film is just how fucking hard the kids are trying. These actors are throwing their fucking all into this movie, even in the tiniest scenes. Sure, a lot of it's over the top, but they're just so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
And their dedication to this insanity is pretty much what makes the movie.
I mean,
especially Isaac.
It's not
who,
their
in
fault
my
the script
opinion,
was
can
kind of
do no
flaky.
wrong. In fact, I think we should rise up against the flesh of the
I was
old and
gonna
give
say
our
corny.
undying allegiance to Isaac. Wait a minute, who wrote that? Isaac! God damn it, Isaac, how did you get anyone to follow you?
You don't understand. I have incredible persuasion powers. I can even intimidate you with the power of corn. Yes, corn. Very tasty.
It's still not scary.
Not even the burnt ones.
No.
What am I going to do? My whole routine is fear through brute violence and no psychological effort. How's that going to get me popularity today?
It's Isaac's Extreme Haunted House. See what everyone is calling the scariest attraction this year.
In you go.
No playing to your inner fears here. We just beat the living shit out of you. Most extreme houses let you walk out with cuts and bruises. Here, we literally beat you to death. Just listen to the final words of these satisfied customers.
You know, I thought real scares were psychological with brilliant illusions and creative imagery, but now I can see it can just be a guy in a costume beating the snot out of you.
We got lines around the block! I guess people are more forgiving of lazy scares as long as you just beat the shit out of somebody. And that's about it for Nostalgia Ween. I only have a top 11 list to do, and after that we'll be in November. So thank you so much for watching, and... Oh, I see. You don't like the fact there's only 2 Halloween reviews this year, huh? Okay, alright. You want me to pull a Simpsons Halloween special and go 1 week into November with another Halloween review? Okay.
Of course.
I'm only doing it to keep you happy. Until then, I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and... the world loves to pay an asshole.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. World does love to pay an asshole. I mean, honestly,
Or,
we pay all our politicians.
Or, you know, a real cornholer.
I can tell you one
Do
thing.
not test me!
They sure are not shucking about. I got a little chuckle out of Heather. So that,
yeah, you got a chuckle out of Heather. I've been doing this the entire time and no one gave me nothing.
you were getting that out of Elena, the extended grunt of annoyance.
That reminded me of a joke I know about shucking corn.
What's
that?
What?
We're thinking the same thing.
Oh, God.
Go for it.
What is the difference between an epileptic corn farmer and a hooker with diarrhea?
That's not what I was
The
thinking
corn
of.
farmer shucks while he fits.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Between fits.
Between whatever.
What did you have?
I was thinking of the Bo Burnham thing. What did the
Oh,
corn say when all of its clothes fell off? Oh,
Oh,
shucks.
That's awful.
Mine was innocent compared to his.
Yeah.
Well, that was Well, I remember that. It's like, you want to hear the oldest... It's like, you want to hear an old joke? Oh, sure. Yeah, that was whole. Yeah, he slowed himself down. That was actually pretty funny. Art is a lie. Nothing is real. That whole special is just brilliant.
I love him.
Yeah, Bo Burnham. We'll probably watch some Bo Burnham sometime or another.
Yes.
That'd be most epic, most awesome, and very funny because Bo is a hoot. Okay, So Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic. This is your first video that you sat in with us for. Have you been aware of Doug Walker before outside
I've
of what
never
we've
watched
done?
it.
Oh, you never watched
But
it?
you've heard of him.
Yeah.
Okay. So
he generally does pretty
See,
good
you were
work.
a step ahead of me. I hadn't heard of him before I came here.
So, from seeing him for the first time, what do you gather about him? Is he?
I like him all right.
That's fine.
I don't know if I would necessarily sit at home and watch just 25-minute videos.
Well, some people can stand to watch 25-minute videos. Other people, they want a quick, like most people are memers nowadays.
You lose me at like 11 minutes. Exactly.
Jesus, really?
Which is funny because that's about when the commercial hit.
Right,
Yeah.
and it resets.
Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
So there you go. So, Children of the Corn. I remember my dad got this movie for me to watch one time. I was like 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never seen it before. I'd heard about it, but he was just like, "You know what, son? You're ready to see this."
What was that?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
I have no idea. It was like, I don't know, something.
All right, Isaac is in the kitchen.
No.
You know what?
Isaac's in the kitchen with Chico.
You guys did set me up.
Ben's gonna go check. I think it was something that fell off the table, maybe.
It sounded like when you like push in the plastic on a water bottle and
I
it
heard
pops
that
back
too.
out.
Yep.
Or a troll. They make the same noise.
Sure.
Ben, what do you see over there, bud?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go take Chico out.
All right. So yeah, that was Doug Walker's Nostalgia Critic. Children of the Corn. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you want to see the original video, link is down in the description down below. And I guess until next time, we will see you later, everyone. Peace out.
Bye.